Hello you guys, I'm Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys the 18 things that I learned at 18. Okay you guys, so this next one ties into the previous one about it's okay to be uncomfortable. The next thing I learned at 18 is that obstacles are actually great for your personal development. When an obstacle comes your way, like I said, it's usually coming your way and it's going to force you to get out of the rut that you're in, to learn to get out of that situation, to resolve conflict better. Whenever an obstacle comes your way and you get past it, it's good for your personal development. Even if you handle the situation wrong, if you self-reflect later, you're gonna be like, oh, I did that wrong. Maybe next time I'm gonna do it like this. And even that is already developing yourself. So number 7, I love this one. Okay, I love this one because I feel like I could go on and on and on and on about this one. It is to always show up for yourself. You have to show up for yourself. That is another thing I learned by 18, I should say. You have to show up for yourself. Okay, if no one else is there to show up for you right now, that is really sad. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say that's okay. No, it's not okay. If no one else is there showing up for you, that's terrible. You should have like a supportive family and people in your corner that are showing up for you. But if no one is showing up for you, you have to show up for you. You have to learn to take care of yourself, learn to feed yourself healthy things, learn to like give yourself a proper sleep schedule so you cannot be sleep deprived, so you can wake up with energy, get yourself ready for the day, treat yourself right, treat your body right, like just get ready, put effort in yourself, love yourself. As you're doing your makeup, or if you're a guy or a man, as you're doing like your skincare or something, tell yourself nice things in the mirror. I'm beautiful, or I'm handsome, I'm gonna kill it today at my job interview, I'm gonna be so good at work today, I'm gonna do great on my test today. Like lift yourself up, show up for yourself. And when you do make those little small accomplishments, congratulate yourself, be there for yourself, hug yourself, say good job, like I did it. And if no one else is doing that for you, I'm sorry, like you do deserve that, but it's okay if no one's doing it for you right now. If you do that for yourself, you eventually might attract someone that's gonna do it for you too. And if you don't, that's okay too, but at least you're showing up for yourself. And also, like I said before, if you believe in God, God is also going to show up for you, and he's always going to be showing up for you. Even if you do have people who are showing up for you, even if you have a great support system or a great mom or dad or a great partner, still show up for your own self. The next thing that I learned at 18 is that no one can understand you like you can understand yourself. So put time and effort into that. So for example, let's say your love language is quality time, and someone doesn't really understand that because they haven't known you for that long, but you understand that your love language is quality time, but you haven't really explored what that looks like for you, and you don't really know how to express your love language anyway. You should put time into yourself, spend quality time with yourself, learn what appreciating quality time with yourself and in general looks like for you. Obviously, there's going to be people that learn you and love you and really know you, but you are you. Like, you're the one that can understand you and know you the best. If you have like traumas from your past and things like that, sure, other people can understand it, relate, be there for you, give you advice to get through it and really truly care about you, but who can actually understand you and fix that? You. Only you can. So put time and put effort into that. If you don't, then you're not really going to know yourself. You're not really going to resolve your inner problems. You know, if someone else comes and does that, it's like an extra bonus, but it shouldn't be what you need ultimately. The other thing I learned at 18 is that life is worth living even when it gets hard, even if it is hard right now. You're gonna come like in times in your life where what you're going through feels like an absolute nightmare. You don't know how you're gonna get through this. You don't even know if you want to get through this. And sometimes people might even think like, I wish I wasn't even here. Like, I wish I could disappear and things like that. I'm not a therapist. If you're having those thoughts, you definitely should get a therapist and you should look into getting help for those kinds of thoughts. But what I will say to you, if you are having those kinds of thoughts that like your life is so hard, like is it even worth living? I'm here to tell you that yes, it is. Even if things are hard right now, your life is worth living because first of all, there are so many things in life to be grateful for, even if you don't don't see it right now. The fact that you're alive is something to be grateful for. If you have even one person in your life that you love, that's a reason that it's worth living your life. Your life is so big. It's not just gonna stop at this problem right now. Once you get through it, you're gonna encounter so many beautiful experiences. You're gonna make beautiful memories. It's possible. You can give that to yourself. The next thing that I learned at 18 that kind of ties into the last one, having gratitude will change your perspective. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of misfortunes and annoying things that happen with our day or in our life with loved ones, and it's so easy to dwell on those misfortunes, and it's so easy to dwell on, oh well, this is going wrong for me, this just happened to me, why can't anything go right for me? And it's so easy to sit there and feel bad for yourself and complain about it. But if you think about, wait, hold on, I woke up this morning, I have 2 legs, I have 2 arms, and I can get out in the world, and really almost any opportunity is open for me, basically. Guys, there's always something to be grateful for, and when you start being grateful for every little thing, your life is just going to be beautiful. There's different things to be grateful for everyone, and there's things that you may have that another person doesn't, and that in itself is another thing to be immensely grateful for. So when you start being grateful for anything you can be grateful for, that just opens up your heart. It makes your heart feel so loved. It makes your heart feel like there's a light in it. And when you're so grateful for things and people could see that, you're most likely gonna attract more beautiful things and more things to be grateful for. So that is why having gratitude will change your perspective. Okay, you guys, so the next thing on the list is that looks do matter, but so does your heart. Like I've told you guys before, I'm pretty sure, maybe I haven't heard me say this, but I believe that looks do absolutely matter. I believe that the way you present yourself, the effort you put into your appearance, into your outfit, into your skin, into your hair, I believe it absolutely matters, and it affects the way people treat you. It affects the way that you feel and think about yourself. But that's not the only thing that matters. Looks don't only matter. Also, what matters is your heart, the type of person that you are. If you're a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person, you look flawless all the time, your hair is always done, your makeup, your outfit's always amazing, your skin is always amazing, but then you're terrible to people that have less than you. You're a bad person to people that love you. You're not grateful. You just treat people like they're beneath you. You're not grateful for anything in your life. Your heart is just ugly. You're just going to be an ugly person. You're just going to be ugly. But if your heart essentially matches your looks or even exceeds them, that is a beautiful person. If you have an amazing heart, a great personality, and you actually are genuine, you're honest, you're loving, you're caring, and you just want good for everybody, you're not sabotaging people out here, and then you're also beautiful. But yes, looks do matter. Don't let people tell you looks don't matter, because they do. Don't have an ugly heart and think because you're beautiful it's gonna make up for it. No, it's not. No, it's not. So the next thing that I learned at 18 was never settle, and if you do, be mindful of it and don't let it be permanent, or you will be trapped. So the reason I said never settle, but if you do, is because men and women should never settle. Whatever you give out, expect to receive it, especially in relationships, in romantic relationships or platonic relationships. Or this can also apply for a job. So if you're in a bad job, you shouldn't settle. You shouldn't have to stay at that job. But let's say in the moment you can't find another job or you have to settle right now. Be mindful of it. So you're when I have the opportunity to get a better job, I'm gonna take it and leave this behind. Or I'm gonna start applying to better jobs because this isn't enough for me. But if you're not mindful that you're settling, you're just gonna stay there. You're just gonna stay at that poor job that doesn't really pay you that good, and you're just gonna settle and you're gonna be trapped there. So that's why I say never settle. It's not good to settle, but if you do, be mindful of it, so that you don't stay stuck there. This one I'm going to read from my notes because I actually made notes about all of these. This one is being financially literate and knowing the difference between assets and liabilities will help you be more successful. Oh my goodness, I forgot I wrote this one, and this one is so absolutely true. If you are financially literate, you are less likely to be financially abused. You're less likely to manage your money poorly. And if you know the difference between assets and liabilities, you're most likely to be more successful too. Obviously, if you're financially literate, you're gonna know how to manage your money. So you're gonna know how to save it, you're gonna know how to invest it, how not to just blow it on things that really don't truly matter. And then if you know the difference between an asset and a liability, you are going to make more than likely better investments than you would have if you didn't know the difference. I'm just going to give a quick example of what a liability and an asset is. I'm by no means a financial advisor and literally just a college student right now, but I can give you a basic understanding of what I understand it to be. So a liability is something that isn't really adding to your asset column. It's not adding to your life financially. It's not income for you, but you're paying on it and you're putting money into it, but it's not giving you money back. So it's a liability. Now, an asset is something that you bought or that you're investing in, and it's actually generating you some type of income. It's not just taking your money and eating it and you're never seeing that money again. It's actually giving you something back. It's either giving you your money's worth back or even giving you profit. So that's an asset. I would say a example of a liability is like a car. If you're like have a loan on a car, that's a liability because you're not really making money from that car. You are just paying that car off. So that's a liability. A way that that could be an asset, let's use the same example, a car. A way that a car could be an asset is if you buy it and then you use it to make money. So like you're renting it out or you're using it to do deliveries and things like that. Like you're using it to make money off of it and now it's an asset. Yeah, that is my basic understanding of a liability and asset. And I feel like if you know the difference, that will totally help you be more successful because you might think, oh, my car is an asset. But really, no, it's not. It's not helping you make money. Unless you're making it help you make money, then that's an asset. The next one is don't make big decisions while you're emotional because 9 times out of 10, you're going to regret them. So if you're in a really emotional like situation and you're super angry at somebody and you're like, I'm going to do this because I want to get back at them, you're probably going to do something that later on you're going to feel really, really bad about. So while you're emotional, just feel your feelings out. Don't do anything crazy or big. And then when the emotions settle, then decide what you want to do about it. Don't decide while you're super angry or super sad. Or also when you're super happy, don't make big decisions because you might be on like cloud 9, so happy, so ecstatic. But then what about when those feelings go away? Just don't make big decisions when you're super emotional. My next thing that I learned at 18 is to be okay with being alone so you can be able to let people go. If you are not okay with being alone, you're always going to want to cling on to people even if they're not good for you. But if you are okay with being alone and you're okay in your own space, you're going to say, okay, this person isn't good for me, so I don't need you. You're not adding anything to my life. You're being actually a bad person in my life. I don't need you. So we're gonna go our separate ways. Then you're gonna be able to do that and keep your peace. So if you're okay with being alone, you're gonna be okay with letting people go, and that's really important.